officer in command at Toledo Police Formation is Superintendent Simeon Alvarez, who commented on concerns of the two callers.
I heard the complaint from Ivan Jones on Love FM in the morning, which was yesterday. And immediately when I arrived at the station, I interviewed my police officer to find out whether indeed a report was made from Ivan Jones, because I was not happy with the way he was talking about Punta Gorda Police Formation, not assisting him, and he don't know what is this with the police. I personally have directed my police officers that all complaints must be dealt with accordingly. But again, the complaint from my police officers is that they came here uncooperative. He came here with an attitude. And according to them, this is not the first time, because I'm new to Punta Gorda, and I personally will not entertain nobody of that type of behavior to come here and disrespect my police officers. So what I did, I sent for the young lady, brought her into custody. She was charged for one day. I had a brief discussion with her, and she told me that, Mr. Alvarez, I have been living an abusive life with Ivan Jones for over 3 years now, and I had to defend myself. She made call for the police, but because our vehicle was out of the city, by the time they arrived there, he had already left. And shortly after he came back again, the police responded, but he disappeared again. Right? So yesterday I told her, well, if you want, because of the first incident before you call the police, because of the way he was treating you, you could give us a statement where we could charge him, because she was also alleging that he stole her purse with money. That matter would then have to be investigated.
Would you want to comment on the allegations of something thrown into his eyes?
Well, with that, she told me that she had to defend herself by throwing alcohol into his face, because he was actually choking her when he separated from her. She managed to get the alcohol and dash it into his face. This is a paramedical farm. He was sent to the hospital. According to the police, he refused to receive medical attention until this morning. He came back, because it happened around sometime in the night after 8:30. So his statement was recorded from him about 1 a.m. or thereabout.
Another caller for the morning show was one Charles Nunes. Would you kindly comment on his concern?
Again, I personally am zero tolerance when it comes to police brutality. Yes, the ombudsman came to my office yesterday and he brought the concern to me. I didn't hear that complaint over the radio. So what I did, I called the person in charge of my team, that's a quick response team. I call him and I tell him that I need to speak with the team as soon as they come in, which would have been 12 o'clock. So when they came in yesterday, I made a call to Charles Nunes, because I had his number, which I received from the ombudsman. I called him and I told him that I'm inviting him to come to the station so that we could deal with the situation. Because according to the ombudsman, he was alleging that his ribs was fractured or something of that sort. I personally, zero tolerance when it comes to that. So that is the reason why immediately I called my police officers to come and then let us deal with this situation. But he told me that he was afraid to come to the station. I told him, I'm the officer in charge, come, nobody will harm you. If you want, you could bring a relative of yours. I went up, I told him, all right, I'll be here for 12:30. Come 12:30, the police officers will be here. Bring along one of your family member. But when I interviewed the police told me that, yes, they went to his house because there was some domestic problem he had with his common law or with his wife. And the police knocked at his door and he refused to enter and to open the door for the police. So when they spotted him inside the house, it was then he managed to open the door, right? And when the police handcuffed him to bring him to the station, it was then he had 2 pit bulls in the yard, and one of the pit bulls were about to attack the police, one of the police constables. And it was at that time Mr. Nunes escaped with the handcuff.
Superintendent Simeon Alvarez remarked that he maintains an open-a-door policy so as to give members of the public here the opportunity to stop in at the Punta Gorda police station and speak to him openly about any level of concerns or issues related to police work and service in Toledo. This report is sponsored by 3-star quality chicken coming soon to Toledo at its Punta Gorda Business Center located on West Street in town. Reporting for Love News, Paul Mahone, Punta Gorda.